Well, everyone, we are live on Facebook. It is 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I am so excited because I have one of my best agents in the industry. I always told her from day one that it's all about the energy, all about the vibe. So when she decided to partner up with me in the travel space before retirement, I said, you know what, this is sent from God is destined for us to be here. So I'm just excited because we got some announcement to make tonight. But
Yeah.
before we start, Kim, go ahead and give us a shout out real quick.
Well, hello, everyone. Hello, Hawa. Thank you for doing this on tonight. And I just want to say to everyone that knows me, that can see me now, go ahead and like and share what's going on here. It's going to be an exciting time on tonight. So please, friends and family, if you see my face now, go ahead and like and share. I want to be able to share some really good information on tonight. But Hawa, thank you for having me on tonight. I appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, it's been a long time coming. I've been very patient, but it's just so fitting because yesterday was your birthday. So happy belated
Thank
birthday.
you, thank you. I appreciate it so very much. Had a wonderful day yesterday.
I love it. I love it. Have you taken the time? Have you shared on your Facebook as well? We want to make sure we're in all platforms.
Let me go ahead and see if I can get that done right now. And we're going to,
Guys, we're live, right?
yes.
If you are a friend, if you're a family member, if you support us and you somehow gotten on our page and gotten to know us and you love our vibes, we would appreciate your support. Give us some emojis, give us some loves. Definitely share this live now. We have some amazing news to share with you, and we're just excited to be here at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time because we're in the travel industry
Mhm.
and we absolutely love it. If it's not already obvious on our social media platform, I don't know what else we can do. Scream from the mountaintops, right? But Kim just had a birthday and
Yeah.
she got news for us. So share with us your news and then we can dive into life after retirement for you.
All right, all right. So I celebrated an amazing birthday yesterday, and I just, it's new things, new starts, a lot of things that are going to be new for me in this year. And so, with that being said, tonight I am so excited to say that I am debuting my business with Archer Travel. And so I'm excited about that. It's been for me a long time coming, but I just needed to make sure that the things that I want to do for and with my clients, I'm able to do here even better. So I've been in the business actually 4 years this month. And so, sometimes change is necessary. And I'm just excited to be in this space now. I'm excited to be with people that are aligned with what I want to do pertaining to travel. Um, I am I'm building, I'm growing, I'm learning even more. The platforms and things that are offered here are just amazing. So I just wanted to let everyone know because I have a lot of family and friends that know what I do in the scheme of travel, in the business of travel. But I'm still doing the same thing. I'm just a little better aligned right now. So I'm excited to announce it tonight. Thank you for the opportunity to do so.
Yes, and you look beautiful.
Thank you.
Look beautiful. So Takia says, "Happy birthday, Kim." And she said, "Too."
Hey, thank you, Takia.
So I want to dive in real quick and talk about you getting to the travel industry. Can you just tell us again how this came about? Like, what made you get into the travel industry? Because when I met you, you were already working full time
Yes.
for state government. You ran a full household. So it wasn't like one child, it was a whole household full of children, and you got grandchildren. And you
Yes.
still said Yes. So tell us your path into the travel space.
Well, let's dive in with that. First and foremost, I'm thankful to God for the opportunity, because this our relationship and what we're building as friends and as travel partners, and you being my mentor, honestly, it was God ordained, because of the fact that my husband's uncle, which is my uncle as well, Apostle Johnny L. Clark, his wife, Dr. Harriet Clark, was your client for over 20 years. You did her nails, and you helped her, and she fell ill, uh, and she passed in 2020 during the height of COVID. And so our uncle, Johnny, he still continued to see you as a client. And he actually was in the travel business. He had just recently started his business. And so, fast forward, we had a women's conference that was hosted at my church in Savannah, Georgia. And unbeknownst to all of us there, my uncle had you guys come in and just show us about the travel business, about the opportunity. And I was the only one in that conference that was glued to the television, glued to the monitor, because I'm like, I travel all the time. My family, we are a Disney family. My first trip to Disney was in 1977. I'm not going to tell y'all my age, but y'all can kind of guess. But 1977, y'all, that was my first touch with Disney. And my family is a Disney family. We go every year, every other year. We're always making trips there since then. So I knew that that was a plus. My husband is a pastor and pastors churches. And so setting up hotels, all of that business, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. So we talked for several months. And it was in the month of February, actually the 28th of February, 2022, was when I finally knew that this was something that I could definitely do. And so, still working a full time job, still having a full time household, children here, in high school, getting ready to go to college. My mom, my dad, my family, taking care, helping my mom take care of my father, who fell ill with cancer. He has since passed, but just having a full life and wanting to do this type of work and reach reach people in this arena. I count it as a ministry, Hawa. I really do. And that's how I started in. That's how I got my feet wet in there.
She got right in and literally started booking trips for her family. She was always literally every time I looked around, she and her family, they're in Disney. They're on a cruise
Mhm.
somewhere. She's in New
Yes,
Orleans like all the time with her family. And so you have always been the travel booker of your family. So you found a way to monetize, right?
yes.
And the thing that I love about this is you booking travel for your family anyway, but
Anyway,
you found a way to earn commission that's already built in. So you have always known how to look for great pricing for your family.
absolutely. And if I could jump in, I think it clicked for me when I found out that commissions were already built inside of everything that I was doing. Honestly, when I found that out, I was I had no idea about that. Honestly, I had no idea about that. I didn't know that there was a way that, with me booking hotels for my family, with me going on cruises and doing these things, that there was a way that I could earn some of that. So it just, for me, it made sense to be able to say, you know what? Let me start this business, because I'm already doing everything anyway. I'm the one, along with my sister and some other people in my family, who helps with our Eugene family reunion. We go on cruises. The girls in my family, my mom, my sisters-in-law, my sisters, we go on cruises every other year. So all of those things, Hawa, for me, it just made sense. And I'm so glad that this opportunity came my way. If it did not come my way, I still would be booking hotels. I still would be going on these cruises. I still would be setting up things for other people and not getting paid for it.
So, we talk about getting paid all the time. And people sometimes they think, oh, travel agents are just making money off of people. But we're booking for our families. So, what are the advantages of you being in the business and the benefits of you being able to book from amazing partnerships? Because now we know that we're getting the big major companies and suppliers, they're our partners. So
Yeah.
I find that the benefit is that now we're able to find even better products. We're able to compare and find the best of the best for our family and our friends. So what is your experience has been like being able to have access from the inside for your clients and for your family?
I tell you what, it's just been phenomenal. And this is my fifth year now. I'm just completing year 4. So I'm in year 5 right now. And I'm still learning. I'm still getting my feet wet, but I have solid knowledge and I understand what goes on with these suppliers. And I tell you what, being able to be on the other side of travel is just phenomenal. We get to hear about things that are coming down the pipeline before the common man does. We're able to qualify for different types of discounts or even free cruises. I hate to put it out there, but it's the truth. There are so many things that being an agent affords us on the other side of it. Not only just being a consumer, but working with the suppliers at this point, because that's what I'm doing now. I love the knowledge that I have. I love the opportunities to grow and learn with these suppliers. I find myself when I'm not substitute teaching, because I'm substitute teaching now, when I'm not doing anything in ministry on the weekends, I'm at my kitchen table at like 8 or 8:30 in the morning. There's always trainings that are going on in our organization, and I absolutely love the trainings that we have. I just love to learn, and the more that we learn, the more that we, immerse ourselves in with what these suppliers are offering us, the more we can offer our client and have that, that confidence to really say, I can get you this, this, and this. Let me tell you about X, Y, and Z. Let me help you. I'm excited about just having some knowledge behind me.
And that you have. She's an expert in the industry, one of the top agents in my organization. So proud of all the things you have accomplished. So let's talk about your retirement, because I really want to touch base on people who are retiring, who's worked and dedicated decades to working for whoever and whomever, right?
Yeah.
So you got to retire, but you got into this space right before retirement. Then you retire. So what has that been like? Because a lot of times people who are around uh, your time frame thinking about retirement, they really don't know, what am I going to do next? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? So from your personal experience, what
Yeah.
has the travel space, like being in the travel industry, been like for you since you retired?
Okay, so let me back up a little bit and just kind of give my story very briefly. I worked for local county government here in Savannah, Georgia, for the tax commissioner's office. I started in August of 1998, retiring in October of 2023. So I did a little over 25 years. I started at the bottom. I made my way all the way up, basically almost to the top as chief deputy tax commissioner. But I ended my tenure as our training administrator. So I've seen a lot. I dedicated a lot of time and effort to serving the people of this community and this county. And so when I started to really think about retiring, that was maybe about 2 years prior to me getting out. Honestly, in 2021, we had some big changes. We had a new tax commissioner come in. And there were, I don't want to go into all of that, but uh, I felt that it was time for me to wrap it up. If I could just make it to 25, I can pivot and I can do some things for myself. So this opportunity came to me in early 2022, about a year and a half before I retired. And so I began to slowly work the business, building my business, having building a team, but in building clientele. Um, but for me, I realized that when I began to start setting everything up as far as money for my retirement, go to human resources and see what I'm going to get every month. Okay. Let's be honest. When I saw the numbers, I'm like, wow, I worked for 25 years and this is going to be my monthly drop. Wow. Now, let me not sound like I'm not grateful, because Lord knows I'm grateful. It's just that it made me realize that I needed another source of income. It made me realize that, okay, you now have a travel business here. You really need to begin, working this and begin really starting to put yourself out there so that you can earn some money, so that you can earn some passive income, you can earn some residual income. The wheels started turning for me. And it's like, we can't rely on the retirement pension. We can't rely on, the 401k. We can't rely on those things solely. I've learned that we've got to make sure to create a second, third, fourth, fifth source of income. We've got to have money coming in. We don't know what tomorrow holds. And it was, that's what the wheels began to turn at that point in time for me. And I'm glad that I made the decision to become an advisor and stretch out in this community we call travel. If I could say anything, it's just make sure, when you get to the place where you want to get off the job and you want to retire, just make sure you have another source of income ready and available to you. Yeah.
And you've been traveling, so you okay. So you retired, and it wasn't like the most ideal way to retire, but you were so ready.
I was so, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was so ready. I was so ready to retire. And, we're a family that travels. And so, already being a family that travels and then tying it in with owning a travel business, it just opened up more opportunities for me to travel. Um, it opened up more opportunities for me to experience other cruise lines. If I may say, my niche is cruising. I've done several group cruises. I love to cruise. My family, we cruise, but we were only cruising one particular cruise line. And so by becoming an agent and being in the industry and learning about these other cruise lines that I've only seen and heard about, in social media or in newspaper or whatever, but now I could experience those things. I can experience going on those different lines as a travel agent, as a travel advisor. So, it opened up so much for me. It opened up the opportunity for me to be able to go into hotels as a travel advisor, certified and backed by our Cruise Line International Association, to go in and inspect rooms. Whoever knew I could do that? But I've done it. I can go in and I can go and inspect hotel rooms, conferences, meeting spaces. And that's one of the advantages that I love, being in this industry of travel. So, it opened up a big opportunity for me to just experience a little bit more um, of travel. So, yeah, we're in
So
Orlando all the time now.
retirement looks good on you. I can't say that everybody say the same things, but retirement looks good on you. So let's tie this in, because you retire, you've been working your travel business. I see that you definitely utilizing your business. I see that you're traveling all over. You were on like 2 cruises back to back, most recently, but you were still able to still work your business from
Yes.
anywhere where there's a laptop. you're able to still build a team of agents. So, what has that been like with ministry, right? And spending time with your family while working your travel business? How did you make all that work?
Well, for me, it's about just, I guess, just prioritizing, organizing. And my husband, we have churches here in Savannah. We have a church in St. Mary's, Georgia. We have a church in Atlanta, Georgia, and we have a church in Charleston, South Carolina. And I support my husband in all of those churches. And every week we're on the road to St. Mary's, Georgia. And so we're traveling. It's about just, you know, making time for everything that I'm responsible for. And yes, I feel like, I need to balance things a little bit better, but I'm making everything work. Nothing is lacking. And so it's about just balancing that time, Hawa, balancing it out. Um, I love what I do in travel. I mean, if I call my husband in here right now, he'll probably say, "You guys, she sits at this table every day for hours," but because I love what I do. I love helping people. I love it. And so when you have something that's like a passion to you, it's really not work. It doesn't, the hours just go by. And that's what happens with me. The hours just go by and I'm on the telephone. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and now with two kids in college, you're talking about balancing, you're talking about having to pay a small portion of tuition that scholarship did not cover. So my husband and I, we have to do all of this. So that's why we need an additional source of income. We've got so many things that we're responsible for, but just trying to balance it out, just trying to give each thing in my life the time that it deserves. Ministry honestly is first and foremost, and I know that I've been guilty of times I can't meet with y'all tonight because I've got Bible study. That for me, that comes first. Family, travel. That's the order that I have to keep things in for me. That works for me. But I just try to give everybody a little bit, Hawa. I try.
And you do it such a good job, because I think a lot of time people think, I don't want to get into travel because I want to give it 100%. But when in hearing you talk, right, you are dividing your hours, your time, your space, priority, prioritizing what is most important each day, because not everything is 100% and cannot be 100% if we're going to really break down the time that we dedicate to the things that we love to do, because we're multifaceted.
Yeah.
You also sing. You
Yeah.
have Spotify. So if you want to put your information, just let us know so we can listen to your music. But Kim makes time for passion, all sorts of passions: ministry,
Yeah.
travel, family, your music. So what would you say to the people that are watching you and they're getting, maybe awakened, like, hey, there's life after retirement? What advice would you give everyone that's watching you?
Well, I just said this to a couple of people a few days ago. I feel like I'm more busy now than I was when I was working for 25 years. I feel like I've got so much more to do. So there definitely is life after retirement. There is more life after retirement, if I may be honest. I feel like if I were to, give any type of advice, it would be to really seek out your passion. Now that you are transitioning out of what you've been doing every day for 15, 20, 30 years, now that you're transitioning out of that, while you were working, what were the things that you really like to do? What were your interests? What were your hobbies? What would you like to do more of? And what what do you like to do, and what would you want to do that could make a difference in someone else's life and in your life? And for me, it's travel. I use this travel business, this platform, as a ministry as well. And indeed is a ministry, in my opinion. But I would say sit down and just search your heart and find out what brings you joy, what brings you passion, what would make you smile if you could do it every day, what would help you make a difference in somebody else's life. And when you offer someone the opportunity to travel, when you offer someone the opportunity to take the planning off of their hands, when you offer someone the opportunity to explore and go places that they never thought that they could ever go because of the price, you know what I'm saying? You know, it brings joy to your heart to see people traveling, going places that they've never been, experiences that they've never experienced, and coming back and reporting, oh my gosh, Kim, we had an amazing time. Thank you for helping me with this. Thank you so much for telling me about this place. I never thought that we would travel here. Can you help us next year? We want to do it again. So that, I get fulfillment and joy out of that. So if anything, I would say search out what brings you joy, search out what your passion is. And if it happens to be travel, I promise you, if you join me, if you join us in this $10 trillion industry, you will not be disappointed. You will not be disappointed.
And I know that is so true. She is happy and she sends me text messages all the time. Oh my gosh, oh wow, I just booked 5 cruises for this and such. It's such a wonderful feeling
Yeah.
to know that you have a hand in that. Like I had a conversation with someone earlier today and they thought, hey, I don't have a passport. So I need to go to Puerto Rico and places like this, but it's not all inclusive. So the price that you would pay going to Puerto Rico, you can actually enjoy and get mostly all inclusive on a cruise ship. And I said, is that person open? I was helping an agent,
Mhm.
training an agent, mentoring her to book a trip for her friends. And she was like, oh my gosh, I can definitely offer cruises. A lot of people don't know that you can travel to these beautiful destinations in the Caribbean to Alaska if you go on a closed loop cruise, meaning leaving
Mhm.
from a US port and coming back in a US port, but you can visit multiple countries and not need a passport. So these
Mhm.
are one of the things that we can educate our clients and really help them to experience cruising. You're a cruise specialist, I'm a cruise specialist, and to know that we can recommend the right ones to the right type of people. So that's really
Yeah.
amazing what we get to do. So let's talk about the next topic. I really want to talk
Sure.
about having a birthday. How fitting that you are debuting
Yeah.
your new partnership with your new host agency. So, your past project to the new project, what is it about this project that brings you so much joy? You've been building your business, you have a team of agents now. What has that been like for you as far as your transition, and why that you feel so excited about your debut today?
Yes, of course. I'm excited to be with this organization for so many reasons. Just upon finding out things and researching and understanding that there are some things that I am afforded here that I never experienced before. That I can offer my customers. I can offer my customers discounted rates on hotels or on resorts, any place like that they want to go. I have access to wholesale product. And when I found out about that, honestly, the light bulb went off for me because I was like, okay, so you guys are saying that there is wholesale product that I can um, that I can promote as an agent, and I'm able to earn instant commission off of this. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's stop. And so I thought about that, and I thought about, the people that I have worked with and where they want to go. And I've got several repeat customers. As a matter of fact, one of my repeat customer clients became one of my business partners. And I'm so excited that he's in business with me. But, when I found out that I could offer and I had access to this type of product, it really made me think about what I could do even more, how much money I can earn by just promoting, this piece of the pie at Archer. I love the fact of that. I love that. I'm gonna be honest. I love the fact that I am able to earn income from those people that partner with me. The very first person that partners with me, I am able to earn a commission off of what they do in the world of travel. And that really sat good with me too. um I just I love just the atmosphere. I love the camaraderie. I love what is offered, what we have. I feel like home here. I feel like home. It feels like home. It doesn't feel like pressure. It feels like home. And I'm absolutely, I love what I'm doing. I love how things are going for me here. It's just more that for me, more things to offer my clients. So I'm happy. I'm excited.
And I just want to stress more on our wholesale platform.
Okay.
So when we talk about wholesale platform, like, yes, we're able to earn instant commission, which is unheard of for travel agents. Okay. So for us, we earn commissions booking travel for ourselves, our clients, and our families.
Hmm.
They travel, the travel has to be completed. Then these companies that we booked our clients through, the cruise lines, via the hotel, Expedia, okay, they then pay our company, the host agency, and then they pay us the commission, which is typically 30 to 60 days. Kim still books those cruises. She still wait 30 to 60 days. But with our wholesale platform now, she's able to not only make instant commission like in her pockets within 24 to 48 hours. Once it's been processed, money sits in her bank. She's also able to save her clients money as well. So that's the flex. So it's not about
Yeah.
us just making money off of our clients. It's about us being able to provide the same 3-star, 4-star, 5-star recognizable products from all over the world, but we're saving our clients $20, $50, hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, while we make instant commission. So that's the power. It's
Yeah.
kind of hard to believe, honestly, Kim, when I first
Yeah.
saw it myself. I was like, is this real? Hold up. And the company is saying this is our platform. This is what we're giving you to have an edge in the industry. Not only do you have access to all the worldwide suppliers, we want to give you this edge. Okay.
Hmm.
And they're
Hmm.
allowing us to earn 100% of that commission. Think about it, Kim.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
100% of commission. So not only do we start earning 80% when we work this business, up to 80%, but also when we make instant commission booking our wholesale platform, we're saving our clients money, but we're also earning 100% of that commission. That's life changing to me. What are your thoughts more about that? Because I know Victor, his mind is blown when he saw this, right? One of your business partners, he loves this platform. What can you say more about that?
Well, I tell you what, being able to uh, earn that type of money and have that in your account within 24 to 48 hours is just mind blowing. And the client is still coming out on top because the prices are still lower than your other platforms that we normally use. And so we're able to service our clients, but then at the same time we're able to earn instant commission, and I think that is just phenomenal. And if you begin to just start to do some research and look and look at all of these different hotels and resorts, begin to make a plan, begin to, you know I can begin to put these type of things on social media, and people will begin to see, that, hey, let me see what she's talking about with what she's got here. And I may be able to do some phenomenal work for that client and save them a lot of money, still keeping them under what the common prices are. So for us to be able to have that in our back pocket, I think is phenomenal.
And you mentioned no pressure. I think
Hmm.
that's such a big deal for me is no pressure. I think for someone like you who have so much going on, you can't not have that pressure of having to work your business, book travel, no quotas, no meetings. We do have weekly team meets, but that's for us to have a support and community. But if you don't show up, we're not going to get angry. We're not going to be like, hey, where are you at? And so can you share more? What do you mean by no pressure? Because there's a lot of different host agencies out there. There's a lot of different opportunities, and we were a part of an opportunity before that felt that pressure in so many ways. Can you expound on that a little bit more?
Yes, as far as what I mean, it's just I know that this is my business, and I feel like I can work this business when I want to, when I don't want to. I don't. I feel like, you know it's a breath of fresh air not having to worry about letting anybody down per se, or not being on these calls. I just I like being able to slip in and slip out, come in, be consistent, do what I need to do. I've always worked. Sometimes we have things in life that's going on when we may not be able to make the meeting. We may not be able to make this. We may not be able to make that. But one thing about me, I consistently work, and the proof is in the pudding. I consistently work. I love the fact that, you know at Archer here where I am now, um, I don't feel, you know obligated to be somewhere every week, somewhere every month. You know, as long as I can keep in touch with my mentor, which is you, as long as I can keep in touch and we communicate, and you have the understanding of what's going on in my life, if we have that understanding, we're good. We're totally good. So that's what I mean by no pressure. I can move in, move out, work my business when I want to. And guys, you already heard I sit here every morning and work. I'm working every day. So I just like it. I just like the fact of being able to do this, work my business how I want to work it without having the pressure. That's all I'm saying.
And that's what retirement should be like, right? Being able to do what you want, when you want to do, and how you want to do it, right?
Exactly.
Without the guilt, right? Because I think
I
sometimes, like,
think that's the word.
no
Yeah,
guilt.
no guilt.
Because for a time when you were experiencing things when it comes to your father, and you had a lot of familial things to take care of, your children sometimes need you for things, your husband, there's commitment to your ministry. There are certain things. I mean, we like to talk about making money, but money is not always take precedence in front of everything else, right? But we get to make money, but be able to still do the things that is important to us.
Exactly. And that's why, in communicating with you, you know, I put it out there, the order of how I need this travel to work. And as long as that, you know what I'm saying, as long as we can respect that, then I feel like everything is fine. My father passed away last year. Well, 2024 is going on 2 years now. And so, there was a time where I had to step away in my prior project. I had to step away. I really wasn't doing too much in calls or online or in meetings or anything like that because, like I said, certain things at that time took precedent. Life was lifing. Life was lifing. But my heart is there. My heart is always was always there. My heart is here. Travel is my heart, and I'm going to consistently do what I need to do to service my clients, to help my team, to help our overall team. I'm just glad to be a part of a great organization such as this.
I love that you're already building a team. I love your team, by the way. They're really great. And like attracts like. Birds of the same feather flock together. That saying is so true. So you're a great person. So you're bringing in great agents. What's that been like seeing your agents thrive? Because what we do is not only do we own a travel business, but we have the ability to expand our organization and have agents that work alongside us and partner up with us. Kim mentioned earlier, every time when her agent make full time, where what 80% of their income, whatever income that they earn, you get an override because you refer them to the opportunity. But if you never told them about this opportunity and how they can become a travel agent, make money, save money on what they're already doing, they wouldn't know about our opportunity. So you are sharing the good news, sharing the wealth. What has that been like building a team and seeing them thrive over here?
Absolutely. I think for me, it's been great being able to have clients that trusted me with their trips and then turn around and I'm like, I don't want to do another trip for you, sir. I need you to experience what I'm experiencing here on this side of the world. And so, my friend of really over 30 years, I went to college with his sister. He was at my wedding. I told him about what we were doing. He looked into it and he has partnered up. And so to be able to have clients convert to business partners, to be able to have clients do that is phenomenal. And so with building a team, I love it because I get to be the example. I get to be able to glean off of my mentors and share things with the people that I'm working with. We stay connected. Outside of our team, I have a cluster and we stay connected through social media and different platforms, and we talk and we communicate. We've had Zooms and we've brainstormed. And, I just love the fact that I can, people can see the joy, as I'm using his word, people can see the joy and people can see the passion that I exude when I talk about travel, and it's infectious. And so, some people have asked me, what are you doing? Can I do this? So just sharing the opportunity. And for me, as sharing the opportunity is fine. If a person decides that this is not for them at this time, then that's okay. But I'm just loving the fact that I can share the opportunity, show them that, you can earn some income simply doing the same thing that you're already doing. You're just going to have some tools to help you out a little bit better. So I love my team. I love team building. I love sharing what I'm doing in this travel space. I use and take advantage of social media, Facebook and TikTok. I'm just kind of getting on TikTok, but Facebook definitely. And I do share what I do. I share the opportunity. I just want to put it out there. I want people to know that these commissions are already built in these bookings. Please come on and get a piece of this pie.
And and the thing is, like, a lot of people are going to be our clients forever. And then there are people out there like you. Victor said that you made him do it, but
I
he
see it.
and there are certain people that are like you, like me, that just are the planner. I know that Victor said that he was always the planner, the booker for his entire family and his family reunions and things like that. And so it would just make sense for him to hear it from you, and not 5 years later, after
Yeah.
you booked his travel for 5 years, he meets me at a superstore or grocery store, and I was like, hey, you like to travel, you should do what I do. And then he says, oh, I can do this too. I can do this. This is the reason why we share. I would
Yeah.
say most of our clients are travel clients. There's a few entrepreneurs out there. There are a few people out there that says, you know what, I need more streams of income. I have a lot of bills to pay. I have a luxury lifestyle that I want to support, and it needs money. And so
Mhm.
there are a few people that are looking for opportunities, and we're able to provide that. And what I love about what we have is that we're agents training other agents. You
Yeah.
said that you were a trainer for the state government, so you have skill sets.
Hmm.
And so we're so happy for Victor. Listen, and Victor is changing lives too. Victor
Yes, he
has
is.
a partner who is also a travel agent now. That's a teacher, right? On a teacher's salary. And if anything ever happens to her job, she's going to be okay, because she's already learning the travel industry, learning the ropes, building her clientele, because you got to build it from the ground up. But just imagine being able to book travel and being good at what you do, serving clients, which his agent, his partner, is amazing
She
at
is
this.
amazing. She's
Is
amazing.
amazing, right? But one day, surpassing her teaching income
Mhm.
by doing what she loves, which is Disney trips, booking trips all over the world. And Victor was able to help another agent. I love it comes full circle. That's the reason why we talk about partnerships so openly. We're not afraid. We're excited for all of the growth that we have so far in our team. What does the future look like for you, as far as now that you retired for a few years? You literally have been living on cruises and traveling.
Yes, ma'am. I tell you what, the future for me in the world of travel is so bright. Of course, we were on the Rising Tide meeting last night. And I tell you what, I was just so encouraged by what I heard last night. And I just said, if this 29-year-old young lady can book that much in travel and she works a full time job, what can I do retired? That was just motivating for me on last night.
Please give us
Um,
the
that
numbers.
was
Please give us the numbers. 29 years old, working a full time job. How much is she book in 30 days?
$700,000 in travel booked in 30 days. I was like, Lord have mercy. So you're working a full time job. So I'm retired and I have my other streams. Oh, yeah. That's something that I can definitely do. And I'm excited. I see myself getting into if I may be more specific, river cruises, because I have someone that has partnered with me that that's her vein, river cruises, and she does a phenomenal job with that. And so I want to get into that arena, that area of cruises. I just want to be able to get out there more, let people know who I am. I've get to do some really heavy duty stuff in the world of travel, conferences and things like that. That's something that I can do. We are allowed to do those type of things, and so, I see myself helping more people find out about what we have to offer in the world of travel. In 10 years, it's going to be $15 trillion industry. We're at 10 now, so in just a few more years, it's going to bump up to 15 trillion. The money is there to be made. People just need to know that this is the sexiest thing that's going on. The travel industry is where it's at. And that's, what I want to do. I want to let people know, partner with us, come check us out, see what's going on in the world of travel. You're traveling anyway. And at the same time, you're able to save, you're able to help your family and friends, you're able to earn substantial amounts of money. And even when you refer someone to this industry, you're going to be able to earn that way as well. So I see travel's not going anywhere in my life. It's not going anywhere in my life.
She's
I'll be
gonna
on some more cruises.
and listen, like you, Kim, I was like, oh, that's my goal. $700,000 in travel bookings in 30 days. So let me do the math for the people who don't understand travel much. But it's about 10 to 15% built-in commissions when you're booking travel. So over 100,000 is about $10,000. So if
Mm,
you have 700,000, it's at least minimum at least 7,000. So I would say, depending on what she's booking, because we earn 10 to 15%, if she's booking river cruises and things like that, her commissions is ranging from $7,000 to $9,000 paid commission.
crazy.
Crazy. Whoosh.
Crazy. And
Wow.
just imagine what you can do when you're retired and you're pulling in that type of money. It's amazing. And it can be done.
Oh yeah, I met a retired principal, and it wasn't before her time to retire, but she decided to retire early because her mom was ill and she wanted to make sure that she was home with her mom. Shortly after she retired, her mom ended up passing away. So
Mhm.
that retired principal is now one of the top agents booking hundreds, almost $1 million in travel within 12 months.
Um,
So if this young lady who is 29 years old in our host agency is making 700,000 from 30 days, can we multiply that by 12 months?
Crazy.
$1 million, easy peasy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Booking travel. So people are doing over here. You can do this part time. You can do this full time. You can do this some of the time. You can do this as a hobby. It's truly wonderful. So before we end this live, we have Internet. I want to recognize Internet is one of our business partners. She's one of our travel agents. Congratulations on your bookings today. Keep on doing it,
Yay.
right? Small bookings become big bookings. They
Yay.
become big bookings. All right. Amy's on. She's out of the Pittsburgh areas, and she said you gave her a wonderful tip earlier. So thank you for that's one of our travel
Hey,
agents.
Amy.
We got Amy. We got Victor. And then earlier we got Intan that was watching, and then who else? Takia was on. Thanks to Takia for
Akeen was on. Akeen Jones was on. Yay.
yeah.
Thank you, Akeen.
Hello, everyone. So thank you so much, everyone, for chiming in. If you're watching this much later, hashtag replay because this will be up for 30 days. Definitely share this. Kim is doing amazing things. She's booking travel. Like people send her messages all the time. Once she's on a cruise, while she's in New Orleans visiting family. And she books trip within 24 hours too. That's how amazing she is. We don't make you wait a week. Kim, before we get off, because
Mhm.
we've kept people long enough, we don't want to be more than 1 hour, respect of your time. Before we get off, what would you say has been your most favorite things? It could be multiple things
Okay.
about you being a travel agent and being able to build a team with other travel agents.
Okay. I think for me, the most favorite things have been first and foremost, I think, growing friendships even the more. You know, this is the common denominator for many of us, and all of us that are in the world of travel. We are so passionate about it. And to be able to share your passion with someone and your eyes light up when you talk about it, when both people's eyes light up when you talk about it, that's a great connection. And so honestly, I want to say one of my favorite things is being connected to some amazing people, not only that are on my team, but on our overall team. This is an organic thing that's happening. And we have people from all across the nation and the world, different countries, are we're connecting in the world of travel. We're getting to know one another. And I think I'm thankful for the platform for us to be able to come together and celebrate one another's wins. Um, Another thing, a favorite thing of mine is just honestly being able to experience travel on a whole other level. One of our suppliers, I mean, you know, our suppliers offer some great training, and some of our suppliers offer some free cruises. And so I did some training and I earned a free cruise. I'm just going to put it out there, guys. I sure did. And so when I earned that, I was just so ecstatic, and it just made me to see there's so many benefits to being behind on this side of the glass of travel. You know, to be able to earn a free cruise and take my husband on that cruise for our 30th wedding anniversary, only paying the taxes on it for 7 days. For 7 days for two people, $520. Amazing. You know, so earning those type of things, having, you know, being able to just experience travel on a whole other level, and the friendships, I think, are the two favorite things for me, Hawa, honestly.
And listen, we have to work hard for that, okay, everyone. Just in case you guys are
Oh, yes.
watching and you're like, "Oh my goodness, you joined because you wanted this, this is." No, this is the privilege as travel agents, right? We work hard, we take our trainings, we're serious, and these companies, it behooves them when a travel agent experience travel from a client's perspective and really dive into their product, their resort, their cruise line. What better way to sell it than you have experienced it for yourself? For you to describe your favorite deck, what you did at sunrise, what you did at sunset, your favorite food. And so these companies, they reward us for being great agents. So we deserve it. We earn it, right?
You
But
earn it.
we earn it. But we come back and we become better travel advisors. And
Absolutely.
that's what it's all about. So I'm like you, Kim. I want to take advantage of every single opportunity and benefit of being a travel agent.
Absolutely. And I know we're going to try to keep it right under 1 hour, but if I may just give me 30 seconds just to say thank you, thank you, thank you for who you are in this space of travel. Thank you for being a mentor and a friend. And like I said, our connection is divine. So I am where I need to be. And thank God for my uncle for the connection. He's no longer with us, you know, so I'm just excited about where the Lord is taking you in your business as well. So thank you for letting me cling on to you. I appreciate you.
Listen, I wouldn't be where I'm at without you guys. And you bring in such a good, amazing, loving, respectful, kind, generous heart to what I've been able to do. And so, and your team is amazing, right? The people that I see on the Zooms, they're working, they're asking the questions, they're booking trips, they're making an impact in people's lives, booking travel, the industry, and they haven't even made that much money yet. but wait till one day when they get the commas in their checks over and over and over from the travel industry. And
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank you for trusting me, for linking arms with me, and really introduce me to all your friends and your circle of people and your family. I love what we've built over here, and I'm thankful for you. And that I was so excited about to do this live and doing something special for your debut. But it's really about speaking your truths, being able just to tell the world what you've been up to, what you're doing, and you're an inspiration to everyone. So thank you for making yourself available and
Thank you.
sharing your story tonight.
Thank you so very much for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Tina says, "Hi, ladies." Hey, Tina, you have to rewatch us later then.
Hey, Tina.
Oh, Tina, hashtag replay. Thank you so much, Victor. Yes, Victor, you haven't made that money yet, but he has a huge group cruise that's coming up. So everybody that's watching, if Victor shared this he got his mentors on. We are amazing. He's amazing. So let's send all the referrals to Kim, right? You know Kim, send all the referrals to Kim. If you know anyone that's watching and sharing this, send the referrals. It doesn't hurt you to send referrals because referrals are free. Word of mouth marketing is the best way to support your friends and your family. Victor said we're going to say another hour. No, we're not. Bye.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.